Right, we're quorate.
Down forward. Yes.
Yeah. So I declare the meeting open. Item number 1, to receive apologies. We've only actually received three. We've only received 3 apologies. St. Bakers and Bridges, that's it. Number 2, to declare an interest in any of the matters to be considered. Anybody? To identify items for which the press and the public may be excluded. To confirm the minutes of the meeting held on Wednesday the 8th of April. There's 2 pages to them. Page 1. Page 2. Can I have a proposal then to accept those minutes as a true record, please?
Yes, I'll propose.
Anybody second, please? Second. All those in favour, please show. Yeah. Right, to approve payments. It's 10. Yeah.
A general question, if I can.
Yeah.
Second one down, various goods. Do you have an idea what they were?
I don't know.
I don't know what it looked like here.
Councillor, I suppose we approve these, please? Yeah. Seconder? Yeah. Okay. All those in favour? Right. Yeah. To request a grant from Anson Parish Council, which will be 5,000. Payment in kind to cover the employment cost for May, which is 4,446.81.
Approve that.
Can I have a seconder, please? Seconded. Yeah. Sign it. All those in favour, please show. Thank you. Number 7, you've got them in the back.
Which one are we going to first?
First one, 7A, which is the reconciliation. Should be marked off 7A.
No problems with that.
Can somebody propose, Brandon? Okay.
Well, can we do we not just go through them?
Well, you can go through them all if you like, do them in total.
Just
Okay, we'll go through them all.
I'll approve them all on
Yeah.
item 7.
Okay. Receipts.
Right, can I come in on that?
Yeah.
Can I have some explanations or just quick ones? First. On the item 2, hall hire and fees for office accommodation. That figure had £4,004.25.
Yeah.
Is that what the charities getting from the council, or the council getting from the charity?
The charity gets that from the council, because the council hires this room for its meetings.
Yeah.
And those on the right, £2,000 is the fee for the use of the office for the year.
Right, so them figures are basically for the hire of the council's hire of the hall from the charity. Yeah. Right, the next one is Anston Preschool Hall hire. What period does that cover? 1 month. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Payments. The most expensive one was the hardwire testing of the building, £530.
So can I just make a point of that? I presume that is it for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we've not got that till.
That's 5 years.
Yeah. I know it says that, but it doesn't necessarily follow. And the other one is we've got 200634 supply and fit inspection cover and make good. Could you tell me where that is?
Yeah, that's on the football pitch.
On the football pitch, is that down at the?
That concrete wall is there.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Right, can I?
Yeah.
Right, 200632 service, is that new hall rather than new boiler?
Yeah, new one.
So now we have a boiler in here, that's the one which has been serviced, and we've now got a new boiler in the, it's in the office.
But it's in the office.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah, okay, so that cost there is for this one here.
Yeah.
All right, no problems.
Okay. Overview of the accounts for publishing on the council's website. You've got that. It's 7D.
Yeah.
Accept those, please.
Can I just
Yeah.
raise a query on that, Council? It says external ashtray. I'm intrigued by that. Is that something that is it due to the amount of cigarette ends that we get when it's
Maybe
new?
not for the ladies, so it's we do a lot of smoking outside.
Do they? No,
Yeah,
right.
a lot.
Not that relaxing then, sorry. Like,
No.
We're still smoking as well. No, I just wondered if we'd have to fit it by, well, I suppose it gets rid of a pile of,
Get rid of the fag ends.
you know, I hope they use it anyway, that for us.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, can we accept all those then, please? Somebody propose?
We haven't finished the rest of that, we've got that one to go through. Sorry, am I on the wrong one?
Yeah, that's number 8. That's number 7. Can we accept all those, please? The accounts for March 2015?
Yeah.
All those in favour, please show. Okay. Number 8, to discuss management accounts.
Yeah, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Right, on the payment headings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down, it says drains at the rear of Brighton Road. Which drains are them?
That one that we did,
Very
Flooding.
along to the back of the house. It's down there.
Right.
It was ponded and
All right.
there's a spring
Yeah.
that was coming up, I think.
No problems. Right, the administration, including grant, we've got a 3022 there, less grant required.
Could you use the microphone?
Sorry. We've got 3022, less grant required. Why have we got a less grant? What? It's quite a big figure. I don't understand what that's for.
We didn't need as much grant as we anticipated, because we didn't spend as much on these things.
Right, so that's the...
The council giving the charity less money.
Right, yeah, I thought that's what it was, just clearing up. Right, and the last question, I know we've got outstanding football fees, but that's another subject. Right, so if we go right down to the bottom where it says surplus deficit for year end, that figure of 10446, is that the surplus that the charity's got end of this year? Right. Okay.
Okay. Can you propose somebody that will have those accepted? I'll second. All those in favour? Yeah, okay. 9. To receive the report on debtors.
Can I come in if nobody else is going to? You going to come in?
Yeah.
Right. First question is, are these debts all still outstanding? Right. And that's as obviously we say today. Do we know why the football club... Well, yeah, sorry, yeah, I understand that. Right. Do we know why they're not paying? Right. Because I'm inclined, I think over the... I mean, that's nearly 700 quid. I mean, if we round up, it's quite a big amount of money. I think as a charity, I think we've bent over backwards to try and get this money off these football clubs. And I think we've done everything we can. I think, as far as I know, Siobhan's been chasing up as well on that. I think we need to now look at some what I call serious consequences. And the consequences is they need to pay up, or we should probably look at seriously stopping them from playing next year. Because we're end of football season yet. Yeah, that's not interested in football, I'm sorry. But if they're not paying, if they think they're going to get football free for a whole season, I think that's quite wrong, really. I mean, it's showing a disregard for what we do for the community.
Old Lansdowne is £436. The over 35s is now... they did pay up, they paid 100 and something, didn't they? The over 35s. Yeah, and they paid up last month up to, but still not counting the last...
Right.
200 quid.
Can we put this on the agenda for the next charity meeting? Right, because I think we need to seriously discuss what we're going to do. Because I'm disappointed, because I know Siobhan has got onto these people to try and recover this money, and nothing's happening. So I think we're going to have to make a serious decision on what we're going to do. My instinct is, if they're not going to pay up, they don't play again. It's not fair to the ones that are paying up.
Well, on that basis,
Then none of them will be
on
playing.
that basis, we're not even
Oh,
paying.
sorry. Julie.
Thank you, thank you.
Sorry.
I just wanted to ask a couple of things. Oops, sorry, I'll put it back in there. A couple of things. One is, I wondered what the history was of these groups. For instance, we're talking about this year here, but last year, did we have equal difficulty in getting the payments? Is one thing I wanted to ask. I mean, do they have a history of bad debt, if you like? And the second thing was, I was wondering whether, or I wondered what was the last contact. Is the contact that Siobhan has had the last contact we've had with them? Did you send them a letter, something like that?
Yes, a couple of weeks ago. She's been in constant discussion with the over 35s, I know for a fact.
She's all in discussion with them. So what's their what are they saying about?
We'll pay you on Monday.
It's one of those, is it?
That's the last thing I got from him.
We'll pay you on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the others?
I don't know who the.
I mean, what are they actually saying to us? They're saying we've got the money, just hang on a couple of weeks, or we've not got the money, or what?
Little less is essentially up to date apart from the bond.
Right.
Yeah, they're the only ones that pay.
On the bond.
Right. So I just wondered, you know, because
Just a matter of chasing them up.
yes, I just wondered whether they're saying, you know, we've got the money, just give us a week or two, or they're saying we actually haven't got the money.
Well, I say we've got the bond, so
Can I just come in there? I spent ages last year trying to get a policy sorted out for the hire of this pitch, which I put in front of council, and everybody that was here should know about it or signed up to it. And we asked for this £100 bond, and they've not been very forthcoming. In fair to Clark and Siobhan, they've chased them. We kept giving them deadlines to pay. As far as I'm aware, the little Mester were they the only ones to pay the £100 bond? Michael? They were the first anyway. they're still tinkering at it around the edges. I think we need to, as Stuart says, we need to we need to have this on the charity in June. If we don't get paid by that date, then I suggest that we pursue, well, we need this money off them, but it's no pay, no play as far as I'm concerned, because it's not, if other teams in the area are wanting to use it and they can't get on because we've got 4 teams on that are blocking on a Saturday and Sunday, then it's not fair. We might have speak teams that might not want to play up at Greenwich because it's here, that might want to play down here. So we've either got the cup, you know, we can't keep incurring losses every year. We either stop teams playing and we don't pay as much R&BC for maintaining the ground, or we get teams that are willing to pay and will pay that bond and they'll be fair with us. But at this moment in time, it seems to be one-way traffic. I know you've tried about the other 35s, I've tried, and Little Mess, I think they've been more vocal than any of the others, but I say Siobhan's had a really big problem trying to chase them down. It's not fair.
I think that over 35s, they had a problem was they lost the manager, and when I say they lost him, they finished with them. The manager finished, and the captain went as well. It was left to one chap who was trying to run it, and he was collecting the money, and he was sending it when he got some. Because I mean, it was like these very reluctant to pay up. They play and not pay.
It might be useful to point out how many years these debts have been outstanding.
And I'll have to ignore Craig, what you're saying.
It's all right saying, you know, the manager left, the captain left, but that's their... I understand what you said, but that's their internal politics.
Yeah, I'm just giving you background.
At the end of the day, or when...
And I agree with Clive.
Yeah.
I agree with Clive completely, and I think it should go on the next agenda, and in fact, tell them that no pay, no play.
But historically there was no problem with the football teams paying, so it's not a long outstanding issue. Because previously they were charged £100 a year or whatever and they paid up. It was only when the charity changed to the per match system, £40 or whatever it is, that's when the problem with the payments started.
It's because we tried to get it level with the charges that were made by Rotherham, by the borough.
Can I just ask, does the council give them grants or something? 1 or 2 teams have asked for grants, haven't they? Or was that last year? All right.
If we were giving them grants, effectively subsidising that £100, that you'd pass it straight back to us as a bond. If you did it that way, it would sound economic.
So we put it on the next...
Yeah, I think we need to discuss it, and it would be nice if we could get... I'd like to actually meet representatives of the football teams, because some of them have asked me about changing facilities on the ground, and I said, well, we will look at that if it's only temporary things before we get the other work done. But there's no point, you know, entering into any discussions if they're not going to pay what they owe us. Then
no worth of putting that in.
So maybe we can arrange to meet representatives from the team and try and sort this out.
Well, I said I can have a word with the chap I know, and I'll tell him that he won't be playing next season, like you say, if that's what the charity comes up with.
Plus we still want
Don't tell him you won't be playing next year, because we haven't made that decision.
No, I said if it's up to the charity, but for them to decide.
You can convey a message, but don't tell him
you've
not decided.
No, it's not being decided. It's up for discussion.
We keep chasing them during the off period, and then turn up en masse on the first day of football, and if they haven't paid, they don't play.
Well, if they haven't paid, we can quite stop that. We just don't put the whole post up.
Don't put the post up.
Don't put the post up. That's
Yeah,
the
but you've
story,
got to
isn't
put
it?
posts up if one of them pays up, haven't you?
Yeah, well, this is the thing, and then you get everybody playing on it as and when. If you can't control it. So I think we need to give them a date by, say, the 30th of June to have this paid. Otherwise, they won't be considered next season.
Anything?
No.
Okay, all those in favour of that? Is that on the report on debtors? Yeah. Right. To receive an update on the building valuation for insurance purposes and approve the course of action. No development. Okay. Still be programmed.
We still wait for quotes, is that
To approve the renewal of insurance as recommended by the broker or into the recommendation. We'll come with that. Yeah. We'll have to prove that now.
can I just come in?
How
Are we having...
can we approve
Yeah,
it?
just let-
Recommend one, we don't know what it is.
I've already met with the broker once, there have been changes, material changes since last year. He's now gone away, we're going to do a full market search as we do every year, and then in the next couple of weeks we'll come back with the price. The thing is, on a very short time span, we need to review the first of June, to just, so really what I'm asking the charity to do is to approve whatever he recommends is the insurer for the next 12 months.
Have there been, right in the past, have there not?
Well, we've been for about 8 years already. And during that time, we changed the insurance company that deal first names.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not happy to approve something that we don't even know nothing about. I know what you're saying, I understand why you're saying it. When's the next meeting we have? Sorry.
We tried to walk
Until after assurance, right. Can you, next, decide, right, when's the next council meeting? That'll be on the 20-some, 18th of May. Right. Could we not have a short charity meeting prior to that meeting to approve that issue? I'll leave it with you. I'm trying to work through it because I'm not happy to approve the insurance if we haven't had a quote. I'm not happy doing that at all. I mean, if everybody else wants to do it, that's up to them. But right, can we? So we can get another way around it. Can we approve the quote subject? Let me think carefully. Subject to you emailing the quote to everybody, and if any person has got an objection, then we're going to have to call the next ordinary meeting. Could we do it that way?
Essentially what we're saying is relying on the expertise of the
Well, can't we say that what would be an acceptable increase in percentage-wise, if we stop doing that, it's okay? I mean, what would we be happy with 10%?
I don't know. I'm just trying to work a way around it, because I know why you want us to approve it, but as I said, I'm not happy to approve something I've not seen. So I'm just trying to think of a way we can do it without...
Well, approved subject to actual figures and emails to all members and no objections being received.
Right, I'm all right with that.
And it gets us out of that line then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That meeting.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I think that's a good suggestion. I'm just wondering what would happen if we didn't approve the renewal of the insurance, and the insurance is the end result of that. What I think it is the insurance doesn't get renewed, and then what?
I'm sure
That's the situation you cannot find yourself.
We can't do it. So
You can't let that happen.
at some stage,
Yeah.
we're going to have to. Yeah.
What would happen is,
Don't take somebody's fall down outside, and that's it.
If one councillor objected for whatever reason, well, as you say, the situation would become probably not insured. Well, then we would have to have an extraordinary meeting in order to resolve the problem.
But it's
That's
a
the
broker customer.
Are you
Will get the best price.
going to accept that we
Yeah,
get that figure, and if there's no objection to it, he proceeds,
subject to go around.
subject to going round to everybody?
So it's approved subject to actual figure being emailed to all members and if no objections received, proceed.
All in favour of that?
Just for clarity, can you add what it's been for this year so we can see if there's any
Yeah.
big marks, and then, whatever, it gives us a guideline.
Yeah.
No,
All those in favour then, please
Yeah,
show.
I support that.
Okay, that's passed. Right. Nothing for 12, nothing for 13. Number 12 was a resolve to exclude the preference of it. Oh, it's as later, yeah.
It's a late
Okay.
edition.
Right. Is this on the old one there? Where is it, this one? The boiler packed up, yeah.
So the boiler
Yeah. Right, okay. Okay, this has been added to the agenda. To consider and approve the fitting of the radiator in this, that was in the cellar, £406.80. It's now in the office, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's just to put up a radiator in the cellar. Because the boiler is now in the office. The old boiler was in the cellar.
What it means is there's no heat in the cellar at the moment, it's
No, not at all.
ventilated, but it needs some
Needs something
heat
to stop
as
it
well.
going down.
So, and I've spoken to Clark about it, and I think the quote is from the same company that's installed the boiler and everything else, so it's all under one contractor at the end of the day. So if anything goes wrong, you're not
You're covered.
dealing with two people, you're dealing with one person, so it should all be covered. So it needs it in there anyway, but it's an ongoing problem, the cellar, to keep it dry.
Right, I was gonna query, and I'm looking at the clerk. Do we actually need it? Because bearing in mind, as you're aware, we've got preliminary plans for hopefully doing something with that area. How long that's going to take, I don't know. And I'm wondering is, can we get away with it until them plans are more advanced? I'm looking at you as well. Right.
That's the problem.
The records will stay at the...
Right, yeah.
What
What I ask is just for the public now, reason why we talk about is, in the cellar we have to have a pump, a water pump, because we think there's a spring in that corner somewhere and we don't know what's causing it. We've got some plans and we're looking at revamping the parish hall sometime in the future, subject to grants. And that corner where the springs are has been discussed quite extensively. From what you're saying then, I'm going to go with you and say...
Come in and explain something.
No, sorry.
You need
Hillary.
plenty of fresh air in there, or else you will
Sorry,
start getting
Hillary,
diarrhea.
okay, Hillary. Are you all happy that we go ahead with the radiator?
Yeah, there is some ventilation in there, because I checked that with Mike, so
Yeah.
it is vented, but
Yeah.
it wants some heat in there to stop anything building
Joe,
up, so
You all right with that, go?
I don't really think we've got any
Joe,
option.
all those in favour, please show. That's it then, isn't it?
Excuse me,
So Dave-
Chairman, at a previous meeting, I queried the £8,000 that was still invested to this parish council. You said you would bring it forward, you wouldn't take us at that meeting, you would bring it forward to this charity meeting. We've had great discussions about the football, but we've not heard about the allotments from the playgroup, or this £8,000 that's outstanding.
So we picked up on that, so that's it. What? Oh, this, that Mrs. Rodriguez is covering, it's not on the agenda anyway.
Why? You said it was going to
So,
be.
well, it isn't.
Well, I know it isn't.
So the date and
Right,
time of next
just
meeting.
quick, right. First one is the allotments one is actually a charity thing. Sorry, is a council debt.
It would be brought up at the charity meeting, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
And it hasn't been.
The allotments is a council issue which we can't put it on this agenda. Now, the preschool one,
Do you know about the school? Do you know about the money that was owned by the school?
no, but Mrs. Stardale mentioned the allotments as well.
It is not.
Well, I'm just explaining that the allotments we can't discuss in this meeting.
Yeah.
We are aware of the school debt, and from a personal point of view, I intend to put it on the agenda in the new council to have further discussions.
Some of the allotments on the new.
The debts for the allotments are on the finance meeting if it goes ahead tonight.
Right, okay. So that's, right, okay, fine, thank you.
Right, I've declared the meeting closed. Yes, go on.
Those allotment debts may well be settled by now,
It's probably good to.
because the bills have gone out.
You've had the proper invoices, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, then.
Can I just ask, John, you just said meetings closed, what happened to number 12 or 12A to resolve to exclude, my apologies, I thought there was something on the agenda and it's not.
No.
My apologies.
So, next meeting, 3rd of June. Thank you very much for your attendance.